All right, Coach, the bright lights of Broadway just to the east of us, and we are under the lights as well at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Mike 9. Mike 9.
Sit. Go. Jim.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You got tight right there. Kill. Shift. Check 24. 49.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He'll return it from the 6. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Check 37.
Darnold now to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. I got you. 25, check 25, check 25. The lady. 56, the lady, 56, check 56. Watch switch. 56. Hey, Alpha. 56 is the Mike. Hey, come on, up. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, lady. Check.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Hey, Team 6. Come off the ball. So Mike's number one.
On first down, Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check four.
Allen will try again on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Hey, dude.
On third and long, it's Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Here we go, check.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
One's the mic. Watch one. Watch the screen. Watch the alert.
On second and 11 now. Allen, he's going to rifle one deep left. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the safety creep. That's the what? Hey, hold. That's the what? Switch. Check. Slam.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On the ground, McCaffrey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. No score after one on EA Sports.
Right there. All day, baby.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Hey, five wide. Alert. He's coming. Double up. Hey, tight. Shoot. Middle. Watch the ship. Hatch it. Hey, watch the edge. Big edge. Check 26.
McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then. But for now, we'll take the 3.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Line 36. Watch QB drop. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Running right, Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it with Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Just like that.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He sets up the screen to Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Man, 80. 36 to Mike. You. Man, 80. Buzz. Line 36. You better be afraid of me.
Here's Darnold. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
Who's your quarter? Check, 48's the mic. Yo, lady. I got you, son. Hey, Haywood. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Hey, tight. 48 tight.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Darnold from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and a couple, Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch one. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, box drop. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Now Allen to throw. To throw again. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, we got to seal. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike 9. Let's go, defense. Alert. D, man up, D. 9's the mic. Smooth. All 52. That's going to be a long day. Check 99.
From the gun, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Side 56. Mott's 56. Here we go. Watch the edge. Ready? 56. Mike, 56.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
56 is the Mike.
Bravo.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Squeeze, double. Ready? Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Go.
56. Mike 56 right there.
Darnold.
Here we go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike 8.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 8. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Stop. Not 10.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaching.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Pull it together.
From the 29, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it with Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, exit.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
From the 39, Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Mike 8. Mike 8. Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Mike 8. Mike 8. Hey, watch the slant.
Half. Let's go. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Alert.
Here's Allen to throw it. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Kill. Motion. Pop. Mike 57.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's been a long day for you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Watch the screen.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold, forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
36 to Mike. 3 bucks. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. I got one. 80. Watch 36.
To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd down.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
It's taken to the 26.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
Hey, Delta.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Darnold. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Allen's throw is complete and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Mike, watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot.
Hey, home. Hey, Orbit.
Allen now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's make these babies cry.
To throw, it's Allen. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, we got a seal. Half.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 9. Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, 9.
And here's Allen throwing on 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Let's go. 56. Hey, Alpha.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On 1st down, it's Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Check safety. 25. Check 80. 25.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Jones, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is... And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points